Live your life in such a way that you'll be remembered for your kindness, compassion, fairness, character, benevolence, and a force for good, with much respect for life in general. This quote was said by American broadcaster Jeremy Kent, which I think perfectly describes my mom. Today, I would like to share with you someone in my life who has influenced greatly, my mom, Island Paterna. As long as I can remember, my mom has always been driven and a confident family member, even when our luck was never on her side. Without my mom, I could not have been able to see the positive side of my problems or keep my cool as problems got worse. My mom's optimism and positive outlook is what got her to where she is to now today. The most haunting example my mom lived through was when she was turning 30. Imagine being 2 months pregnant and sitting in your doctor's office and being told that your baby only has a 10% chance to live. My mom never once prepared for the fact that she was going to lose her kid. Even when the odds were against her, she was determined. For 6 months, she was put through bed rest. She followed every strict instruction my doctor gave her. While my dad was at work for long periods of time, she was by herself, sitting in bed, taking care of herself. When she was in her third trimester, my doctor diagnosed her as pre-diabetic. The doctor explained that if she didn't change her diet, then the baby would be born with type 2 diabetes. My mom was faced with problem after problem, with odds going against her. Even after all this, my mom was never discouraged at all, and was sure that she was going to give birth to a happy child. Like I said, my mom's positive outlook and healthy optimism is what shaped her life into what it is now. And I'm glad it did, because if it weren't for those traits, I wouldn't have been born. However, there is a blurry line between being a blind optimistic, being a blind optimistic, and just plain stubbornness. On top of being an optimist, my mom was very stubborn and closed-minded. She only thinks her reasoning is correct and will stick with it no matter how nonsensical it is. For a period of time in her life, my mom was a single mom raising two kids by herself. Imagine the financial issues and the time that she spent away working two jobs. She barely, because of this, her parents offered to take me and my brother in until she was ready to get back on her feet. My mother, being the stubborn optimist she was, refused, and determined to get back on her feet without the help of her parents. As a result, she struggled between working and coming home while maintaining two jobs. This stubborn positive outlook is what brought about the unnecessary weeks of struggle to have her look after us while maintaining two jobs. After 6 months, me and my brother were living with my grandparents. My mom was financially stable and working one job. Today, I will share with you in my life who has influenced me greatly, my mom, Eileen Paterna. I don't think I need to remind you about her optimistic and positive attitude, which also came with a stubborn frame of mind. Her example is what taught me to be confident and that my problems will work itself out with enough drive and optimism, but to also keep an open mind. On top of all the qualities Germany Kent listed, I'd like to add one more: keep an open mind.